Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. In this video we're going to have a bit of a deeper dive into who you should be choosing from the Oath Recall, the final one of the season. That'll be coming out in about 3 weeks time, maybe 2, something like that, about 3 or 2 weeks. But who should you be choosing from that particular oath? Now, all of the units from this season, Lilith, Behemoth, Tiamat and Jung should be available on the Oath Recall. So it is really it's going to be quite a deciding factor for a lot of people. A lot of people can only summon once per season on the Oath Recall because they can only save up that 60,000 diamonds for the first 50 summons. I think that should change. I think that you should be allowed more summons based on the diamond count that you do have, but it is what it is. That's just my opinion on that. So let's go into a deep dive. Now, before I do, first things first, if you want a quick answer as to who you should prioritize, it depends on what your box looks like. And that will always be my answer, depending on what your box looks like, is who you should be summoning for. So if your strongest team is, say, for example, Ethereals, you have Elisha, you have Karnak, you have Wukong, you have Eudora available to you, and a good set of relics, then you should be choosing Lilith. If you do have the other monarchs, the Doom monarchs on the team, specifically Leviathan, to pair alongside Behemoth, then you should be chasing Behemoth. Now remember, Behemoth and Lilith are both available for free, at least one copy this season. So if you want a copy of all of these seasonal units, then Tiamat is the one that you should be prioritizing. But you also do need to have a strong Mistfires team for that as well. So you need Gaia, you need Tsukiyomi, you need Mulan, and another strong Mistfire to pair alongside Tiamat. Now, if you are an Avengers stan or an Avengers main, then Jung should be the one that you go after, primarily because he's very, very effective in what he needs to do. And again, we'll go through all of them in a deeper dive so that you can decide who it is that you want to choose. So without further ado, let's jump into Lilith. So here we are with a competent Ethereals team. You do have Amaterasu, who is now available in the Oracle shop. You do have Eudora. If you were going to replace Eudora, you can pop Wukong in there, or Eloin, or even Dorabella, Katrina, etc., etc. There are plenty of other options, but for me, Eudora is absolutely spot on, and she works very well and does exactly what Lilith needs her to do within this team. So Lilith, in case you are not aware, I do have full breakdowns on 6 to 9 stars. So if you do want a really deep dive into what Lilith does, then you should go and check those out on the channel. Same for the others on this video. All of the other units, I do have 6 to at least 8 star reviews for each of them. So Lilith, in a nutshell, she will provide additional attack and HP right from the start of battle. Then every odd numbered round, she will increase the team's overall attack and HP by 200%, which gives that survivability in round 1. And then with her secondary passive in even numbered rounds, so in 2, 4, 6 and 8, she will give that invincibility to herself, so allows for various different combos, especially good paired with Elmer as well. Elmer can be very, very strong paired with Lilith because he wants another unit to survive for as long as she can. Now, what we're looking to do is increase attack and HP as much as possible for this team. So as you can see, we are able to do so with our team here. We are even able to apply freeze to this enemy Sylvan, not bad. And we give ourselves shielding as well. Lilith here is more of a support unit in these particular situations. She isn't looking to do too much damage, but she has been known to out damage a lot of other units here. And that round 2, really, really strong, really able to help us survive there, as you could see. So we do get our attack and HP increases here as well. So Lilith going to be even stronger, and we get Tsukiyomi to provide shielding for the rest of the team, keeping Lilith alive for as long as possible. So here we have gone into round 3 now. As you can see, enemies are all frozen, but fortunately, with thanks to Eudora and the additional increasing attack and HP. Able to keep us there. There's a lot of damage though. We're on 505, that's why. Bear with me. This team isn't suited to 505. Hold on. Sorry about, we're at a bit more of a manageable floor. That's floor 400, a whole 100 floors less than we were on. You just can't run units like that. Well, teams like this in the later stages, they need to be very specific units within those builds in order to run it. So a bit more of a manageable floor for floor 400, and now we can see that we are boosting up our attack and HP. Again, we've seen all of this in the previous one, except we're not going to die off one shot in that well, when enemies do attack. So as you can see, we're all about stunning, we're all about binding, we're all about freezing and controlling the enemies as much as possible. As you can see, frozen all 5 of them now, but Lilith is really helping out with the additional attack and additional HP that she's providing at the start of every round. She also can get through the Dooms synergy and the Corrode synergy as well, because that Fortitude effect is so strong. We move into round 3 and enemies are still frozen, so we don't really get to see that invincibility that she does provide, but still a very powerful effect indeed. Increasing max HP and max attack. As you can see, doing reasonable amounts of damage to these enemies as well, doing even more to pairs very nicely alongside Elisha, believe it or not. It's crazy the amount of damage that these two will do together. Elisha especially. Elisha's going to do absolutely massive damage, and now we do increase our crit as well. So as you can see, doing massive crit damage here. And Lilith doing almost as much as Tsukiyomi on a non-crit as compared to an actual crit. So let's see how much Eudora does here. A nice amount, and getting all of those freezes more importantly. So as you can see, Lilith working very well in this team. And yeah, not too much else to say about it. We'll see this final attack from a 16,000 million compared to Elisha's, how much? 322,000 million. So yeah, pumping Elisha's numbers through the roof. It is such a powerful effect, that increase in attack and HP for Elisha, especially because whenever one of our units takes action, Elisha will pump up those damage numbers significantly. So yeah, works really well and pairs very well alongside Elisha, and even out damaging Eudora at this point as well. Eudora still doing a lot of work in that freezing, but primarily it is down to Elisha to get all of the damage in there, and Lilith really does help with that as well. So we'll jump into the next unit, that is Behemoth. So we have jumped into a Dooms team, and we have gone with 3 Monarchs and 2 others, Arthur and Dahlia specifically, but there have been some changes to Behemoth as well. So if we have a look at exactly what those changes are, first one, at the start of battle, Behemoth uses Frost Baptism to taunt all enemies. Behemoth permanently increases speed of all allies by 50 and reverses the enemy action order. Previously, this was just applies taunt to all enemies, so it still does apply taunt to all enemies for 2 rounds, but with her first passive, from the start of battle, she will perform her ultimate and also increase the speed of all allies by 50. Now that directly counters Gaia. Gaia is or has been a must run on every single team in competitive PvP, whether that be Arena, whether that be Yggdrasil, or in some cases Foggy Coliseum. But what we're really looking at here is the increase of speed by 50. It is a very significant upgrade as well. And the reason for that is because Gaia only reduces speed by 30. So even if you're running Behemoth and enemy Gaia is on the team, there is an enemy Gaia on the opposing team, all of your units will still act first, because even though Gaia is reducing the speed by 30, you're increasing everybody's speed on your team by 50. So they're still going to get an increase of 20 speed. A very powerful addition, and there has been a slight change to her secondary passive as well. Now the Behemoth Beast, when it's summoned, it will increase the entire team's max HP and attack by 1,000. Previously, it was you had to have it summoned, and then it needed to take action after that in order to start increasing it by 1000%. Every 4 rounds, it stuns all enemies. This takes effect as soon as it enters the battlefield. So you will stun all enemies for 2 rounds as soon as it enters the battlefield, giving it time to increase the team's attack as well. So let's jump in and let's see just how much damage we can do with this team. Pairs very, very nicely. One of her best linking partners is Leviathan, a very, very strong unit. I would say probably either, if not the strongest, at least second strongest PvP unit in the game. The only other one that outpaces Leviathan is unfortunately Aphrodite, of course, but it is what it is. So Behemoth, as you can see, has taunted all enemies. That means all of our enemies will attack us directly, and as you can see, it's going to be relatively easy in PvE specifically to get Behemoth down to basically 0 health, and even yeah, it's just so strong. Now, something to take note of: this will not taunt enemies into next round. So even though we have applied the taunt to enemies here, it will not proc that taunt effect because they've already been taunted. It's weird how it works. Just you don't get the taunt next round. We'll see that in the next upkeep as well. So once we've checked that out, in a second we will move on. After that, there's not too much else to it, but as you can see, Behemoth allowing all of our units to act first, which is going to be really, really important in competitive PvP matches. Fortunately, because we've got Arthur on the team, we have been able to build up attack and HP for Behemoth, which means that she is very, very able to survive. Another fun, interesting interaction between Behemoth and between Leviathan as well is that whenever an enemy does attack, they have a chance to reflect that damage directly back to them. So it can be a very powerful effect. And as you can see, as we mentioned before, we've moved into round 3 now, and enemies are no longer taunted, and it's just because of the effect of Behemoth. So as you can see, she's gone straight down here. The reason that she's gone straight down is primarily yeah, it is primarily because she's been attacked so much. We are up against an enemy Verdiant team as well, but when that Mammoth entered, it did stun all enemies for 2 rounds, so has allowed us to give us a bit of breathing room as well. So if you're getting overwhelmed on the battlefield, as you can see, it does allow for a bit of breathing room, and all of our allies now have an additional 1000% attack and 1000% HP, which works very, very well with Arthur. So Dahlia here, hopefully we'll be able to do significant damage and copying all of the buffs that she has as well. And Arthur here hopefully will do some nice reflect damage once these enemies do attack. So I have been able to take out enemy Sylvan. It's absolutely fantastic. We are still applying this burn as well for the Karmic Fire from Magatama. So as you can see, Elephant has stunned once again. It's just a little note that it does, I think it procs every 2 turns rather than every 4 turns, as it so describes, but we'll have to see. So in my opinion, very worth summoning if you have a strong Dooms team. So let's jump into Tiamat now. Okay, and here we are. So we've jumped into Tiamat. Now, what do I think of Tiamat? I think she is really, really strong. And I think her first passive, the passive that allows her for, let me just show it off, it allows for 90% damage reduction for non-crits. So when Tiamat possesses Resilient Dragon Scales, when taking non-crit active attacks, the damage received is converted into an equal amount of healing for herself. This is slightly different from her actual 6-star passive. So if you get her up to 6 stars, you will see a different text to this. The text reads 90% damage reduction from non-crit active attacks. Whereas if you get her up to 8 stars, she will convert all of that into healing for herself. Now, if you do get her runes as well, something that I think will be very, very strong. When Tiamat receives healing, 25% of the amount additionally heals all allies as well, and you get that 100%. So it can be very, very powerful effect. Her secondary passive, when Tiamat is deployed, she unleashes Dragon's Might, reducing attack of all enemies by 200% each round, stacking up to 10 times, so you get 2000% attack down over the course of the first 10 rounds. Additionally, the limit for corrode stacks is increased by 10 for all allies. Something else to note, this particular passive, not the first part, the 5 buffs part, but when Tiamat is deployed, effects that increase corrode stack limit for all allies are enhanced by an additional 30%. So there is an artifact called Sinful Band in Rift Odyssey that does allow you to increase the corrode stack limit by 20 when you deploy it. That goes up to 26. Effectively, that's how it works. Tiamat herself will gain an additional 3 stacks of corrode on that corrode stack limit. I believe it's 2 stacks of corrode, 1 or 2 stacks for units like Emily and like Dullahan as well. So let's jump into some gameplay and see how she does. As you can see, got a pretty stacked Mistfires team, having the 3 strikers here, Mulan, Catherine and Tsukiyomi on the team, hopefully to apply as much corrode as we possibly can to get the attack and defense stealing by Tsukiyomi. And then as well, we're going to see Tiamat do what she needs to and heal back a lot of the HP that she could potentially lose as well. So just Tsukiyomi getting attacked, but as you can see, every time Tiamat gets attacked, she gets that healing. So it's all about that non-crit damage. And as you can see right here, we've only got 8 stacks of corrode and a bit of burn on Boji, but we have been able to do a significant portion of his HP right at the start. And I think that reflects more on how strong this Mistfires team is than Tiamat's overall power. But she does increase that corrode stack limit. So if we have a look here, Stannard, Lily and Leah and Corolla all up to 10 stacks of corrode. Plus then we get an additional stack of corrode here with Gaia as well. So as you can see, 11 stacks for Corolla. Right at the back, and then we get Mulan to apply even more corrode and burn as well. Emily to apply all the shielding, and we are able to tank a lot of the damage done because of, it's just crazy damage. But again, it's not a reflection on how strong Tiamat is, it's a reflection on how strong it's a reflection on how strong Mistfires are against PvE specifically. But Tiamat here able to hold her own, not going to take any damage, a very good tank and a very good anchor to base your entire team around, especially paired alongside Gaia's damage reduction and her damage increase, Tsukiyomi's attack and defense stealing, Mulan's burn and Catherine's vital drain as well. So for me, Tiamat very, very strong and a good pick if you have a strong Mistfires team already. So let's jump into Avengers. Okay, so we are going to jump into Avengers now, and as you can see, Jung is on the team, although he's not, for me, he's not super impressive at 8 stars. Even at 8 stars, he's not as impressive as I was hoping he would be. And something to take note of here, if we have a look. It is really this second passive that you're looking to get. It is when Jung is deployed, allies gain 1,000,000 attack and 1,000,000 defense each time they take damage. This isn't limited to as when they take damage. It reads incorrectly. It's whenever they have an attack done against them. So even if you've got Holy Shield and you're taking 0 damage, you still get the attack and defense increase. When you've got shielding up and you take shield damage, it still increases attack and defense. If you dodge the attack, it also increases attack and defense, which is why, for me, I think going full dodge for Wing is going to be the way forward. And something else to note as well, works very well at 8 stars alongside units like Audrey, Catherine and Hecate as well. So as you can see, the attack stacks, HP stacks and defense stacks gained by allies through healing conversion have their acquisition limits increased by an additional 30% throughout the entire battle, so can support in that node as well. Something else to note, you do need to get him up to 8 stars as a minimum, I think, to get the full value out of this random effect. So before each action, Wing has 100% chance to trigger a random effect, including Fortitude, increasing dodge rate by 30% for all allies, casting his ultimate, casting his active skill, and restoring HP to all allies. Now we are going to jump in here, and it's going to look terrible. I'm not going to lie to you, it's going to look really bad, but bear with me. Sorry, just needed a wait before we jump into this atrocity that is occurring. Flipping heck. Now, Wing can be very, very effective, but as you can see, we've only got 2 Monarchs on the team, which is going to be very, very disastrous, especially going up against the Reflect enemies and the Verdian enemies as well. You'd think it would be a good thing that we're going to get hit more, but I don't think it is personally, and we are using Flame Banner as well. The Flame Banner is there to primarily protect all of our units, to stop us from going straight down against these guys, to try and build up as much resilience as possible. And as you can see, we are taking a lot of hits here, and we are building up. The rest of the team is building up very, very much, doing significant damage to the enemies as well. But again, it is all about getting as much protection for this team as possible. There's no two ways about it. I mean, Wing doing actually very low damage there, in my opinion, less than Janna is, and Janna does very low damage to begin with. Aphrodite, of course, cleansing us and getting that attack increase. Nerissa on the team can be a very powerful asset in PvP specifically, where enemies have much lower health pools. But as it stands at the moment, we are realistically we're not going to be able to take these guys down, and it is unfortunate that we're not able to. We do get this protection again, so we get even more stacks of Holy Shield. So as you can see, back up to 8 stacks of Holy Shield for our entire team. But going up against this Reflect damage, just going to take us straight down. As soon as that Holy Shield does go down, we are sitting ducks, and there's no two ways about it. What I will do is I'll run this back again once we've gone through, and I'll do it without the Flame Banner, and I'll put in the double attack, the Soul Binding Lance instead. Now, Wing Jung has been relatively impressive this match, and the reason for that is because of his double passive. You do need him up to 8 stars in order to trigger that double passive properly. So he can do 2 ultimates in one go. He can do 2 active skills in one go. He can heal the team. He can apply dodge. He can apply fortitude. It is completely random though, so you can't choose. It's like the devs said, here's a hat full of good stuff, and good luck in applying all of that. So Holy Shield keeping us alive for now. Boji to do a little bit of damage on our team. Good on you, Boji. But as you can see, Holy Shield is down, and we're not going to get any more for another 3 rounds or 2 rounds. How did that happen? Oh, it's because we cast our relic. Never mind. So we are able to keep up the Holy Shield, but only just. That was by the skin of our chins. And this Holy Shield is going to go down even quicker with those units who are attacking multiple units, like that, for example. Now, the thing that I've noticed with Wing is that it does not proc on Reflect damage. So his passive to increase attack and defense does not proc on Reflect. It must be a direct attack against your attacker. So at this point, we should be good to go as long as all of our Holy Shields remain up. Again, as soon as those Holy Shields go down, again, sitting ducks, absolutely sitting ducks. Now, Avengers, they've never been good against PvE. They've been more long-term PvP fighters. And as you can see at the moment, not going straight down, but very, very difficult to overcome, I would say. If we're going to run out of Holy Shields here, fortunately we've got those dodges in, and yeah, now it is just a matter of waiting. I think Corolla's going to do absolutely massive damage to our entire team here. For me personally, I wouldn't pick Wing unless you're going to go for 10 stars, in which case it might be a lot better, or it might be a much sturdier unit. But as it stands at the moment, it's all about protecting for the first 5-6 turns, whilst they do what they need to. And yeah, we get it's a better showing than I've seen previously. Again, I've not been super impressed with him. I've been trying to put in every single team that I can, but for me, it's more along the lines of You need to protect Wing at all costs, otherwise he goes straight down and provides no value whatsoever. So yeah, I think one more attack from Boji, and Wing goes straight down. So we do get Sylvan's attack here to do reasonable amounts of damage as well. And Lily and Leah to go down, not bad, not bad. But as soon as enemy Sylvan comes back on, if we don't have Holy Shields up, Wing goes straight down, Narissa goes straight down, Janna goes straight down. Isis may survive, but fortunately we do get those Holy Shields back up. But not a lot of people are going to have Holy Shields, the Flame Banner at 5 stars specifically. So again, if you are looking to summon, I would suggest getting Wing up to 8 stars. Not 8 stars, 10 stars as a minimum, which is not what you want to do. It's not where you want to be as sort of a free-to-play player looking to get units like Wing, as many copies as you can. You should realistically, in my opinion, be able to get Wing up to 8 stars and have him function within PvE. And it looks like he's doing it here, but it's only because I've tailored it specifically around keeping Wing alive for as long as possible. Again, I'm going to run it back. I'm going to run it back without Holy Shields. And we'll see. We'll see just how good Wing really is. Yeah, we can go ahead and finish this off. Round 13. Yeah, so again, I'll just show you. So we'll go with you, a very strong relic, Lance. We'll go with Magatama, and we'll go with you as well. And let's jump in. And it looks like we have won this one, I think. So we have won this one, but I just wanted to see how quickly all of our team does go down. Fortunately, we've got Holy Shield protection right at the start, but that will fade very, very quickly. So he applies Karmic Fire, and then we get one of our units taken down. And we do not steal, unfortunately. I don't know why that is, but it is what it is. So Holy Shield will go down here. And then I think as soon as we lose out on that Holy Shield protection, Wing is going to go straight down. So we get the steal from Aphrodite. Not bad, but as you can see, Narissa, without the Monarch synergy that's on the team, would have taken full damage there. And this is going to get even worse, I think, after this. As soon as Sylvan does her attack, as soon as Corolla does her attack, Boji, Stanard, any of these units, even just taking reflect damage, Wing just went straight down. It is all about that Holy Shield for Wing, getting as much Holy Shield as possible. As you can see, Janna has done what she needs to. She's got her shield up, which I think is the reason that we'll survive this. But again, there's just not enough protection in the world. We can get through with all that Holy Shield protection, but again, you need 5-star banner for it. So he is a whale unit, 100%. He is a whale unit. And then Narissa, how much damage are you taking? Not so much. It's not bad, but as you can see, reflect damage is not increasing our attack and defense, and the only reason that we're surviving is that Monarch synergy. Again, it is what it is. If you put him on a team of full Phantoms, your entire team goes down to reflect damage. It is what it is. It's probably a bad matchup for him. You're probably looking more against Glorians or against potentially against Ethereals, stuff like that. But as you can see, Wing is back. We got him back, and we get some shielding as well. That's not bad. We apply hindrance to our enemies because of Lily and Leah, the stolen Lily and Leah. Yeah, that shield has protected him here. Unfortunately, I think because Lily and Leah have such high attack, we even get healing. So Lily and Leah have saved us on the enemy team. Very, very good. Okay, so we'll go ahead and skip. And as you can see, Wing went straight down. He has done 18% of the damage, which is fine. You know, it's good showing for him. And I think with more stars, he is going to put even more work in. So he has actually done more damage than Isis on this one. So he is doing the most damage. But again, he's so squishy. at 8 stars, he is really, really squishy. Potentially having him at 9 stars, 10 stars, there or thereabouts, will make him even better. But as it stands at the moment, for my order of who you should be prioritizing, I would say Behemoth goes first. The reason that Behemoth goes first is because of the increase in speed that she provides to all allies. It's so powerful, and especially paired with Leviathan. These two are a wicked combo. Really strong PvE and PvP. The next unit I would say is Tiamat. Tiamat for me is, she has the potential to do more than Behemoth, and the reason for that is because Behemoth can be a bit squishy without that Monarch synergy and without the increase in HP, stuff like that. Tiamat will not go down. I have tried and I've tried and I've tried. Tiamat just does not go down. And she also provides that additional healing and the corrode stack increase as well. So a very strong pick as my number 2. My number 3 is Lilith. Lilith is very good and can slot into a number of different teams as well. So she can slot into, like I said before, you can pair her alongside Elmer, you can pair her alongside Ra, and she will allow for sort of an invincible combo between Elmer and herself on even numbered rounds. Also, the attack increase, it's not like it increases crit damage and crit rate by 200%. It is just attack and HP increases by 200%, and it's a static ability for all allies, so can slot in very easily to even a team that doesn't rely on crits. So you can slot her into Valianters, can slot her into Glorians, Avengers, Dooms, any team. She is very versatile. And then finally, for me, it may be just because I've got him at 8 stars and the others are up to 9 stars, but I've just found Wing to be too squishy for what he needs to do. The Phantom synergy does help, but you really need to run him alongside some Monarchs to allow him to attack through sort of reflect damage, to survive corrode damage, and to get hit as many times as possible. So in order for Wing to be good, he needs to get hit, but he's too squishy for that at 8 stars. Maybe that will change later when I get him up to 10 stars. I will have that review out later, but for now, I think that I think Wing is 4th out of all of them. So those are my opinions. Thanks very much for watching. I do hope it's been informative, and let me know what your choices are. See ya.